Yeah, as you can see on your screen, Tower Fury with Warwick actually built a lot of magic penetration, also cooldown reduction in his masteries and runes. So that's going to make him very good for the AP department since they only really have Morgana. That's going to be dishing out a lot of AP damage.
Very interesting. This time MKZ not opting to go for any kind of a invasion since it didn't work out so well for them last time.
No, not so much. We'll have to see who they actually decide to give the blue to. If it's going to go towards Urgot, that's going to signal an M5-esque play early on. If not, then that's going to give Warwick a lot of sustainability in the jungle, able to spam out Hungering Strike and keep himself alive, so he can go through the jungle relatively quickly and get... Oh, excuse me, he's on top lane. What am I thinking? I always play Warwick jungle, so I'm already thinking of going through that. Yep, so he heads back and is going to head to his proper lane. Stop confusing me, thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, those of you that are thinking, okay, well, wait, why does Warwick have magic penetration, by the way? He does do a fair amount of magic damage. His abilities, his Hungering Strike, it's Infinite Duress, do magic damage, so it's going to make his ultimate and his ability, his Hungering Strike, do a little bit more damage.
Yep.
And so no any kind of crazy evasions. Both junglers are just going to go ahead and take their respective blue golems.
Yep.
Getting that blue aura, which gives them mana regeneration and cooldown reduction.
And that is going to send Iosis and Alistar and Janegi to the bottom lane. Nothing tricky coming out of them quite yet. Wards being placed by MKZ, but being spotted by Storm and making sure that Jarvan knows exactly where that ward is.
SBS and his counterpart Iosis taking some pot shots at each other, neither really doing too much damage. Janna doing a good job of shielding Sivir.
Ooh,
oh, taking an acid hunter to the face. To the face.
But actually being extremely aggressive here. She is going to get
really
a Howling Gale on both Janegi and Iosis. That's going to put on a little bit of extra damage early on. SBS able to throw in a few extra boomerangs, forcing a health potion to be used on Iosis already.
And one of the good things about having any kind of a disabling effect along with Sivir is Sivir does a lot of damage with her boomerang, but well, it looks like Urgot has decided to target Janna since Sivir can just spell shield his stuff. It's like, all right, we'll take some pot shots at your support instead.
Yeah, and if they can force Impact to head back, that will leave SBS open, and then Iosis and Janegi can get very close and personal with SBS, doing a ton of damage very quickly, able to stun for a little while with Janegi's abilities.
Speed. Yeah, the Boomerang Blade, by the way, I was just talking about how if they're basically stuck in place for a second, like if they're knocked up by a Howling Gale, then the Boomerang Blade does double damage as it passes back through them. They can't dodge the second one, so it's pretty strong.
All right, looks like Jarvan is going to be positioning for his first gank. He does have both buffs, but no, oh, yeah. It does get seen by May, or at least his senses were letting him know that he should probably head back at this point.
He's
hopefully has enough money to be able to buy some cool items.
He's on Yellow's team, so he has a star sense, and just ran away at the exact perfect moment, even though he didn't have a ward there. But Jarvan is coming back now. He doesn't sense it this time. Uh-oh, and look at this. Warwick going in, doing some damage, getting behind him so he can get more shots off. The Ignite goes down, he's dashing to him, and Xenics May is going to go down. MKZ scores first blood.
Yeah, that will definitely help Tower Fury in the top lane. Shen's going to come and try to help it a little bit, but a bit of hurt going down on the bottom lane. Iosis is low on mana, so he can't put any punishment in return.
SBS has plenty of mana though, partly as a result of the fact that Sivir's Spell Shield actually gives mana back to Sivir when she blocks an ability. So.
Yep. Yeah, because Xenics Storm has been able to push these minions up all the way to the tower, we do see that Sivir is quite far ahead in the minion score, already 10 ahead,
nice.
About 33% more at 5.5 minutes. That's really, really good for Xenics Storm. If Sivir can get up, get fed early on, she can be insanely scary, especially when Olaf and Shen are going to be doing a lot of the tanking when they do get to team fights.
Shen is up here at the tower. They might dive Tower Fury. Oh, never mind. He was just stealing the golems, or checking for the golems, and is just getting out of there. Never mind.
Yeah, if they were going to go for a gank before Warwick hits level 6, that's really when you want to be able to do it. Once he does get infinite duress, that's going to make him a lot stronger than you would seem.
The dash, SPS gets caught, gets some damage on him, but Sun River did not have Jarvan's ultimate yet, so couldn't pin SBS down. A little bit surprised that he wasted flash on that, actually, to be honest. It would have been really hard to catch, especially with Janna there.
Sure, he wasn't expecting the spell shield to be able to stop the knockup.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of miscommunication there for the MKZ team.
How about that? All right, so some pings going down here. I'm not sure what that was all about, but anyway, Morgana is heading up to the top for some reason. And they
she gets spotted.
Ping that she is in that bush. Got a little bit of damage going down here on Iosis now. Going after him with everything they've got. Turning around, hitting an acid hunter, but he needs to be really careful. He is low on health. One more boomerang blade. Oh! I don't think that would have hit anyway, but Iosis would have barely shielded as well with his shield there.
Yep. Terra Capacitor would have absorbed that damage, but he was a little slow on the reflexes.
Morgana is trying to do a bush gank here, but I think Xenics May knows what's going on because they saw Morgana head up there and they haven't seen her head back down the lane yet. Evidently she's going to flash an ultimate, and after all, she doesn't get the hold, but is her ultimate going to go off? The ultimate goes off, the stun! Many reason going for the counter though. Can they kill Mid-King? Mid-King gets taunted on tower. Sorry, near tower, but it's just going to be too much damage with the poison. The ignite, the Twin Fangs. Tower Fury is going to get away, but a beautiful job done. Luckily, just luckily, Many Reason happened to be in the area getting his blue buff and happened to be able to turn it around on Morgana and get the counter kill.
Yeah, a bit of a mistiming, but MKZ wanted to get that gank before Olaf hit level 6. Once he hits level 6, they're not going to be able to throw the infinite duress on to Olaf. He'll just be able to Ragnarok out of it. So they had to go then, but a little bit unfortunate for the timing that, like you were saying, both of the middle and the jungler were in the area. But this is going to be a lot of damage on SPS.
Oh, the flash, the heal though, and now they're turning it around on Iosis. Impact does it. Shen ults in as well. The taunt on Iosis. He gets headbutted away. One more shot on Iosis will kill him. Can Shen track him down? Yes, Janna actually gets the kill on him. And the entire MKZ team shows up to help a little bit too late. But guess what? Cassiopeia is here too.
Black Shield going a little bit too early on Mid-King. It's not going to actually do anything. But they are able to scare away Many Reason. Return it to the laning phase. Meanwhile, Olaf is going to be coming down. They might actually be grouping up to try to go for a dragon because they were able to take down one of MKZ. That does leave it a 5v4 for a couple extra seconds without Urgot in the area. But they're dilly-dallying a little too long. They're going to need to back off.
Yeah, Cassiopeia kind of got zoned out there, had to return to the mid lane, and they're like, all right, well, there's too many of them here. Let's not try for it just now. Forrest's going to go ahead and take his red buff. Very, very interesting play, though, thus far. Luckily, we are seeing a lot more even game without Xenics getting that early kill and being able to dominate bottom lane really easily. It's turning out to be extremely even.
Yep. Yeah, it's an interesting choice for Warwick. He did actually grab that Spirit Visage early. It's going to make it so that his lifesteal is a little bit more effective, but the magic resistance he's getting isn't going to do a whole lot against Olaf. So he's going to be gearing up more for those team fights. I guess he feels like he already has an advantage over Olaf in the lane. He is level 8 compared to May is only level 6. But he's got to be a little bit careful for Cassiopeia and Shen.
Oh wow, May's only level 6?
Yep.
Oh, that's actually that's really interesting. Yeah, and actually he's been yeah, sorry about that. I was just looking at, trying to find them on the little chart there. he's got a lot more creeps than Olaf does as well. So, wow. That Hungering Strike keeping him a lot higher hit points than Olaf after all.
Yep. He's just got to be able to roam a little bit now that Olaf has Ragnarok. He's not going to be able to get a very good gank against him, but many reasons actually getting Dark Binded here. A lot of damage is going to be going off. The ultimate from Mid King is going to go, but he's going to be very, very low. It's going to need to back away. Nice trade, but not quite good enough. Here comes Horo. He's going to try to have something to say about this. Black Shield is not quite up yet.
Oh, the flash, the dash. Can he get the ult off? He does get the ult off. He gets the kill, but now Horo is there. Tower Fury running through Tower Fire to try and help with this situation. That was actually crazy. That was crazy, and if they position themselves well, they will actually be able to get this dragon. Mid King is very low, so while they do have 5 champions in the area, it's more like 4.5. If Xenics Storm can get a good jump and engagement here, they might be able to do some damage, but no one's in the area. Olaf's just going to push up top. Howling Gale trying to put on a little bit of damage and slow it down, but it's not quite enough. Good turn of events for MKZ. That's going to bring them about 1k gold ahead, but if Mei can take down this turret before Warwick can get into the area, then that will balance it out. Yep, he sees him coming up here. He's going to get the tower mostly down, but have to give up his attempt for now. The next push, he will definitely be able to kill that tower, though. Yeah, he's going to want to go back soon and get some new items. All he has is a Philosopher's Stone and boots of speed. But he's going to go in here for a little bit of a fight. Ignite going on Tower Fury to prevent Shen
a lot of that lifesteal. He's going to go for the dive, and they do actually get it. Beautiful job by Horo and Mei to know exactly what they were able to do at that time. Jarvan's going to come up and try to defend the turret, but a lot of damage has already been put on it. They're going to be able to continue that damage if they want to, but I guess Sun River's a little too scary at this moment. They're going to want to back off and see if they can help one of their other lanes. Nicely executed there. Headbutt Pulverize goes down, but the Howling Gale goes down after all. The slow from Zephyr. Again, a lot of trading of damage down there at the bottom lane. Any reason is going to go ahead and take his blue buff back to the mid. We got a Kindle Gem and a Heart of Gold for Olaf. That's going to give him a lot of extra money in a little bit. He's going to be building up more of the tanky items once they get to the mid to late game. Nice catch on Janegi. I think they wanted blood there. Janegi did use his ult. He's forced to flash as well and use his heal. Is he going to go down? Finally does go down. Oh, wow. Iosis now trying to do some damage on Sivir, but he's actually in danger of dying as well. What was he doing? And, does manage to get away. Yeah, he was hoping to use the position reversers to get one of the champions of Xenics Storm within range of the turret to take extra damage, which worked out quite nicely. Yeah, that was a good idea. But he's a little low on his own. Yeah, no, that was actually a good idea there. He could have turned around and gotten a kill. That was a good thought. It just didn't work out for him. He ended up taking a lot of damage just due to the positioning there. Yeah, but we see Morgana going to be coming in to try to help out. Shen's ultimate is still down, so they're not expecting any sort of jump-in surprise from Horo. But it's not going to be enough. They want to make sure that Morgana does get this blue. Sun River taking a lot of extra damage from this golem just to make sure that it stays up long enough for Mid King. Well, if I was heir to the throne, I would probably stand around and let golems of magic hit me for fun also. Yeah, you know. It's more of a weekend activity, but... Exactly. Well, it's Friday. It's close enough. Mid King's going to go ahead and clear out those minions as they push. Like I said, Cassiopeia and Morgana so good at clearing out those waves. It's really hard for either of them to deny each other. So they're both well up there, over 100 creep kills. Look at Sivir though, 124 to the 94 of Urgot. She's up by 30. Yep, and also a kill and assist compared to a death. So that's going to be very good for her. Urgot's got the Brutalizer like we see a lot on him, but does not quite have that the Glacial Shroud yet. So not going to be as strong as he needs to be at this point. When he switches into a team fight, he's going to be extremely squishy and get taken down very, very quickly. See, it didn't actually happen that time, but we got to see for a moment that reaction by SBS, putting up the spell shield as Noxian Corrosive Charge
was in the air, so if it hit him, it wouldn't have actually locked on.
Yep.
So it's kind of an example of what we saw before.
And that is also a reason why MKZ's Urgot is focusing more on Janna instead of Sivir.
Oh no! Tries to go for damage and gets the ult on, instead flashes to make sure it holds him! Gets the Dark Binding and the Soil! Oh, Shen ults in, but too late. They're able to get the kill regardless. Oh no, SPS getting knocked back to the turret. Janna saves for the moment. Can she escape? Oh, she's so low. Her ultimate does give her a little bit of escapability. Impact flashes out as well. Oh, the lock on enables that last Acid Hunter to get away. But a brilliant combination by Janna. You know what, if you're the support and you can blow everything to die and save your AD carry, that's okay.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for them. They got a little too over-aggressive, but a nice reaction time by Janna to trade her life for Sivir's.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit more important. That's going to force Sivir to go back. I don't know if she's going to be able to buy any items at this moment. Looks like she's waiting around for a little while. Nope.
She has a BF sword on Sivir, so she's going to be able to pump out a decent amount of damage right now. I'm also a little surprised she didn't buy anything else, but it may be because her slots are all kind of full and might be just waiting to purchase an Infinity Edge outright or something like that.
Yeah, she wants to make sure she has those wards. Not enough money has been going to Janna, but they do need that vision to be able to know what's going on. So not grabbing any of the extra items that she needs to be able to complete the Infinity Edge. Most likely she's going to be going for that because Sivir is a longer range champion. She doesn't actually need to get the Bloodthirster for that survivability early on. However, it looks like Warwick is going to be coming in here. If he can get the jump, Infinite Duress on one of either Sivir or Janna, the rest of the champions on his team could take her down relatively quickly. Nice warded coverage by MKZ to make sure that they will be safe for this dragon. As it spawns immediately, they're going for it. Xenics Storm is in position, but they need to act very, very quickly if they want to stop this. All 5 champions of both teams are here. Dragon goes down, but the team fight is going to start. A lot of damage going off on MKZ. Beautiful positioning by Xenics Storm. A lot of, Tower Fury almost goes down, but he does finally get taken. Janegi being forced to run as well.
Oh, Mid King goes down as well. Janegi is running for dear life. Sun River desperately trying to get a kill, but dies instead. Now Ios is going in for that same kill. Many Reason is baiting them so hard. Actually, he turns around. Urgot gets a double kill. They baited him a little bit too hard, and he's actually going to maybe even, nope. They finally kill off Urgot. So a 5 for 2 only. Actually, only 2 went down. May got out alive as well.
Yeah, it was a really nice engagement by Xenics Storm, able to put on a lot of damage to all of MKZ before the true fight actually happened. So able to make it a 5v2 like you're talking about, but the Dragon did go in favor of MKZ, but the tower to trade that off. I think that was a little bit in Xenics Storm's favor, and so does the gold. Seeing that at 27.1 compared to 25.
No.
Tower Fury getting caught here. Oh, a little too aggressive.
Wow, yeah, a little bit too aggressive there. Got taunted out of his ult.
Yep.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, now that we see that the wards from SBS are down, he does have that slot open, so he can grab the pickaxe, get a little bit closer to the Infinity Edge.
Yes, indeed. And, yeah, so MKZ is starting to fall a little bit behind here, but it's only 2,000 gold, so definitely not insurmountable at this point in time.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to...
It's actually pretty even, I guess, if you think about it.
If Xenics Storm tries to go for an early Baron, then MKZ could definitely say something about that, but Horo just going to clear some of the wards. 2 turrets down for MKZ. They're going to need to counter this nicely, which they're about to do right now, all grouping up in the middle. Alistar breaking off to drop some wards, make sure that every Xenics Storm ward is taken down.
Oh, and it's 5v4, so Xenix backs off, doesn't want to engage on that. And as a result, MKZ just able to grab a tower. Oh, Xenix May, what is he doing? He's trying to bait here. Janegi gets caught. He ults to try and survive. He's doing some damage. Trying to headbutt back. He's now spell immune as well, but just got too focused down. Just got caught in the middle of all of the enemy team, and now the tables have turned around. Xenics is going to take a tower for free with their 5v4. Well, maybe not actually. Morgana can keep the creeps off fairly well.
Yeah, Sunriver coming in here for the engagement. If he can get off a good catalyst, then he can do a lot of damage. Morgana jumping in as well, but getting kicked away. Very nice job.
Looks like they're still going for it though. Sunriver's jumped in. Iosis is there as well, doing some massive damage. Heading those Acid Hunters. Actually, things going pretty well for MKZ, but now they turn around and they do lose Morgana there in that engagement. A little bit surprised to see them engage 5v4, or 4v5 rather, but it came out pretty well for them at first.
Yeah, it was still not too bad because it did keep Xenics Storm away from the middle turret, but it was a trade that went a little bit in Xenics Storm's favor.
By the way, if you guys don't know, Morgana's ultimate ability, basically it's Soul Shackles latches onto everyone nearby, and if she stays in range of them for a little bit of time, it does a second amount of damage and it stuns everyone. So the engagement there, the idea was if she could stun everyone on the entire team, it could lead to an easy ace. So it was actually a pretty good engagement, even 4v5, but Janna, wow, didn't let them get caught by that and actually blew Morgana away.
Yep.
Basically undoing the shackles so that the secondary damage and stun didn't go off. So nicely done by Impact. Basically saved his team there.
Yeah, but the next time they engage, if something similar like that happens again, Morgana's going to be in a better position now that she does have the Zhonya's Hourglass.
Yep.
She's going to make it so that she's going to be immune to a lot of those knockaways. And also have a lot of extra armor as well.
Yeah. Which is always handy. Especially when there's a Sivir nearby.
Yeah, Sivir finally finished her Infinity Edge, so she's going to be doing a ton of critical hit damage, as well as a little bit of lifesteal there from both Doran's Blades and the Vampiric Scepter. Bora once again playing cleanup duty.
Clearing that ward from almost the exact same spot.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate that Janegi got caught before that fight even started, and because he was posturing to be in a really nice position, but losing that champion, making it a 5v4, essentially gives a free engagement to the enemy team.
And they keep warding that spot, and Horo keeps clearing it out, and keeps... Oh, they're actually going to start up Baron now with just the two of them here.
Yeah, with the lifesteal of Mei, they can actually tank this quite nicely, trading the damage back and forth. The longer that Baron or turret does damage to a single champion, the more and more damage it does every single hit. So when you're trading it back and forth, you're going to mitigate that as much as possible, making it feasible for two champions to actually take down a Baron, but not if you get spotted like they did.
It's pretty hard to pull off at level 12 and 14 as well. Usually at level 12, it's even difficult to pull it off with your whole team, but...
Yeah. Especially since Olaf is going for Randuin's Omen and Shrelia's Revelry. That's not so much geared towards killing minions or killing creeps. Oh, a little bit of lag there.
Oh, we lagged out for a second. Sorry about that. Many reasons throwing some poison. Both teams warding to try and see what's going on. They're going to try and go for this dragon. If Xenics gets this dragon, they're going to get even farther ahead. They're already a couple K gold ahead. Are they going to contest it? No, MKZ's actually going to just chill, not do anything. I'm a little surprised by that. They kind of knew what was going on. They knew that they were heading that direction. Yep. But I guess they decided they didn't want to engage on that, and they just held back, dealt with the creeps in the middle instead. SBS pushing bottom up a little bit. Meanwhile, MKZ's minions are pushing top. Mei is going to go up and clear that out.
Yeah, we do see that Jarvan's building a Phage and a Giant's Belt so far, so most likely going to get that... Sorry. Mid-King grabbing the blue. He did actually grab a Might Stream. That's kind of what distracted me for a little bit. That is essentially Elixir of Strength. It's going to give him a lot more health, but only for a short period of time. So it's really, in a single engagement, they're going to be a little bit stronger than you otherwise would be, but you need to make something happen with that item. Otherwise, it's a little bit of waste of gold.
Yep. It's a handy item when you're going into a battle and you want a little bit of extra damage and health. But I've also, sometimes you see it used as kind of like a pseudo summoner heal. It's like a mini summoner heal sort of thing, where when you're about to die from an ignite or something, you can chug that potion. Oh no, Sun River walking into a trap, gets obliterated in moments. Oh wow, he just got slaughtered. Nice magic push by Team Xenics, and now with 5v4, they're going to go for Baron. They can do it pretty quickly, even though they are not the highest levels. Cassiopeia is a very good champion for clearing it out. Are they going to try and steal it? Tower Fury, no, they have no way of stealing it actually, really, with their jungler dead. Oh, Impact is going to go down though very quickly. Everything going wrong. Mid King forced to use his Zonias and his flash to get away. Tower Fury flashing away also. Junegi cannot flash away. Very interesting battle. The position's kind of switching there, where everyone on MKZ flashing away when they're about to die.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade there when they're trying to go for the Baron defensive steal. Did not quite work out, and that's going to leave this turret completely open. Mei is going to tank the shots. Horo's going to come in and do that damage that Shen really does. Nice play by Xenics Storm. Very unfortunate for Sun River to actually get caught like that. Very nice reading by Xenics Storm, realizing that MKZ constantly would come through that bush to drop the ward on Baron as soon as it got cleared.
Yeah.
So they cleared the ward and then waited for him to come through that path. That he just kept doing over and over and over again.
That is so funny. I didn't even realize that they were, that's why they were predicting him to go there. That's hilarious. Sivir gets some nice farm down at bottom. Repushes that lane. Olaf is again going to have to clear top.
Sivir up to 223 minion score right now. That's over 50, or almost 50 more than anyone on the MKZ team. That's a lot of extra gold, which she hasn't even put into items quite yet. Most likely when she goes back, she's going to be able to buy either a Phantom Dancer or a Bloodthirster if she wants to. She's selling a Doran's Blade, actually going to be grabbing that pickaxe. That's going to be more for getting the last Whisper. Yeah, she's going to want to be able to get the armor penetration early on.
Too bad that we saw Olaf have to use his Ragnarok just to get away. He had all that nice, delicious farm up there, and they just wouldn't let him have it.
Nope, and now the minions are actually going to do some damage to the top turret, but it doesn't matter because Xenics Storm's going to be putting on a lot of pressure here in the bottom lane.
Yep, they do have the Baron buff, so they have a lot of extra sustainability. It gives them regeneration, and it gives them a little bit of extra damage as well, so that's why you often see teams will push when they have that Baron buff to try and make use of it. It means they're going to have superior ability to poke at the enemy team. That's exactly what they're doing. Cassiopeia throwing down poison to make sure no one can get too close to stop them from poking. And here we see them dance around for a while until the next minion wave shows up. But, oh, nice shield on that. Still takes an Acid Hunter, though. Oh, never mind. He did get the lock on after all. I'm sorry. I thought he had shielded the lock on. But, again, the minions taking some tower hits, and they're able to get a little tiny bit of damage on the tower, but they're not being especially efficient at this poke war right now.
No, and Baron buff is going to be gone in about 30 seconds. No, they got a minute and a half on it. So not too bad for them to be doing this. The top lane for Xenics Storm is actually pushing out. The minions are doing a nice job for their team. Mid lane is staying relatively even, but that's okay for Xenics Storm right now.
All right, here they come in. Again, the minions going in. Now, here's the thing is, normally what you want to do is when those minions are taking the tower hits, you want your AD carry, your attack damage hero like Sivir in this instance, to run up and take a few shots at the tower, but they're being a little bit timid and they're not actually getting that damage on the tower while they have the opportunity.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to not take any damage, but the thing is that the main benefit you get from that Baron buff is your health regeneration and mana regeneration. So it's not a bad thing to take a couple hits every single wave before backing off and then regenerating the health extremely quickly. But they are going to be able to get the blue buff from MKZ. So, not a complete loss in their case. And now they're going to be able to transition.
We're thinking the same thought. I thought they were going to transition up top, but they're just going to come back down here to bottom.
Yeah, I think they saw that Warwick had left, so they thought they might have had an opportunity. Shen's actually going to peel away now. His ultimate is up, so he's able to do that and jump into the fight if a 5v5 does start. but they are now out of their Baron buff.
Yeah, while they were poking at the top tower, the mid tower did push back a little bit. Xenics is going to get a lovely free dragon service, as they say in Korea.
Oh, free? Yeah.
Yeah, if you give something for free, like in a restaurant or what have you in Korea, they say service.
Service.
So things are going to stabilize for a moment. Baron buff has worn off, so they're not going to have that sustainability if they want to poke anymore, but they are still going to go in here. And actually, the team had left for a little while, so they're going to get a good chunk of damage done on that tower. They're going for the entire thing. They do get it. And Team MKZ falls back.
Yeah, we saw a lot of suppression going on Mei, but it did not really matter because he does have Ragnarok to get out if it was something that he thought was a dangerous situation, but he knew the rest of his team was there to scare away MKZ. Wants to save his ultimate for a later time.
And all of Team Xenics is just going to go back right now.
Yep.
And it makes sense. What they want to do is regroup. The fact that they know their Baron buff is worn off. They know that Baron's going to be back up in a couple minutes, exactly 2 minutes.
Yep.
And so, you know, basically when you know Baron's going to be up in about a minute, that's when you want to make sure you've got all your items, you're clearing out the wards, you're regrouping, so that you're fully prepared for that Baron fight when it comes up. Because you don't want to get caught buying items when Baron comes up. The other team can just take it before you get back out in the field.
That is very true, and Sivir was actually able to go and finish that last Whisper, so she's going to be doing a lot of extra damage against MKZ. Meanwhile, Janna actually picked up Zeke's Herald, so that's going to help the rest of her team. It's going to help Sivir quite a bit as well, be able to do a lot of extra lifesteal.
Oro's pushing top. We might see this famous Shen split pushing going on. Tactic we've seen a lot. It's one of the reasons why Shen is the most picked and banned hero lately, because he has the ability to be in a different place on the map, pushing another lane or something along those lines, and then can ult in if necessary. Oh, their MKZ is trying to magic push to see if Shen goes to steal their red, but
Shen's also an insanely good 1v1 champion.
Yeah.
So
and
it's very hard to stop him when he's doing the split.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Pretty much the same thing. Shen's awesome. That's the
Shen is pretty.
That's the thesis.
Pretty awesome.
Of our discussion.
That's true. I was just hoping for some lucky lock on there, tossing some noxious charges into the river, killing the fish by polluting the water. Someone should report him.
Yeah. Creating a few more barons, a couple extra heads.
That's right.
I don't know if that would be considered bad for the environment or good for the environment to have extra barons on the map. Trying to get off that last asset hunter, but didn't time the ability quite.
Uh-oh. Shirelia's going off there chasing in. This Mei thinks it's time to go into battle. Janegi dashes in. Are they going to be able to get SPS? SPS is crucial to this battle. If he dies early, it will be horrible. Oh, the heal goes off the ultimate from Shen as well, protecting SPS. SPS continuing to kite back while the rest of his team goes down, though. Is he going to get Tower Fury? Double kill by SPS. Gets a lot of kills and finally goes down, though. Oh, it's so close. 3 versus 3 now. Junegi's low on health. Horo's low on health. Both players trying to pick off the last tanks. It's just tanks and supports left, but Mid King is still alive. Can Mid King get away? No, it looks like he's gonna, oh! Horo jumps in, possibly to his death. Can Mid King, no! Olaf deals too much damage.
Yeah, that was a nice engagement by Mid King. He was able to get in and get his ultimate on a lot of the champions. They were able to pick off Many Reason and SPS, although it took a lot to actually get to SPS.
Yeah.
And then MKZ was just left in a bad position, able to be picked off at the end by Horo, Mei, and Impact. So,
wow.
I think that was actually psychologically in favor of MKZ because it showed that while they are 10k down in gold, they're still actually able to go toe-to-toe in that team fight. If things just went slightly better, they would have actually won the fight.
Yeah.
So not too bad for them. They also prevented Xenics Storm from grabbing that Baron at this moment. They're pinging Dragon, but it's not going to be up for another minute and a half. So I don't know exactly what is going through their heads right now. I'd like to listen into what the team's talking about, but not going to happen right now.
Maybe they were trying to ping Baron and they missed. I don't know, because Baron is back up now. It just got back up while everyone was healing up, and Xenics is actually there. They're going to go for it. Oh no, MKZ, they just lost their ward, but they are out getting the rest of the jungle, so they are not available for this. Does Tower Fury have a ward to throw down there? He does not, so they don't know what's going on. Baron's going down very quickly. It goes down before they can respond. And Xenics even busts a Shurelya's Reverie, which gives them a speed boost to the whole team, thinking they could chase MKZ whilst MKZ came in to contest. But MKZ had realized, okay, this is gone. We're not going to try and contest it. Now let's go defend middle.
And there goes that mental advantage they just got a little bit before, losing that Baron without being able to say anything about it. Dragon's going to go down as well in 30 seconds. MKZ doesn't even have the timer on it. That's what they're actually picking. You can see that they haven't even cleared the little skull on the minimap, saying that the minion wave is gone. They're going to lose the top turret before anything really happens. Ios is trying to do a bit of chip damage, but isn't actually able to land any of its hits on the enemy, allowing all of Xenics Storm to transition over to the mid lane, put some pressure there while Shen slowly works his way up the bottom lane in true Shen split pushing fashion.
That's right. Yep, Shen's just like, oh, is the whole team there? That's okay. I'll be over here. Don't mind me, I'll just be over here doing my thing. And we're going to pick up the blue buff from MKZ as well. Give it to Cassiopeia. Wow, so yeah, I mean, MKZ, that was just a little bit poor timing on their part. They didn't, maybe they didn't have the, no, they should have had the timer on Baron, but they didn't pay enough attention to it, I guess. And were not able to be there when it was respawning. They should have known, okay, it's respawning, we need to heal up and get back there immediately, and they didn't, so Xenics got it before anything happened, basically. And now, with that Baron buff, they're going to try and poke down the middle tower. We'll see if they're more aggressive about that poking or not.
Yep, we see Jarvan going off to try to stop Shen, but it's only going to be a little bit, delaying him a few extra seconds. Not that big of a deal, but the middle of MKZ is actually doing a decent job of keeping Xenics away from actually putting any hurt on the tower quite yet. But with the next wave of minions, they're going to be able to jump in there. Oh, nice Dark Binding going on many reasons, keeping him out of the fight until the minions can be cleared and resetting it for another 30 seconds.
I feel like Xenics should possibly transition up to top and push there, because right now, if there's a fight in the middle, Jarvan can get there.
Yep.
As well as Shen.
That's true.
If they were able to go top, then Jarvan would not be able to get there, whereas Shen would. And that's kind of the advantage of Shen that they're not really using by not having that distance be a little bit farther. So.
Yeah, but they also see that Morgana's up top, so that is going to leave it a 4v3 and allow Xenics to be able to push in here a little bit.
Now they engage. Oh, the position switcher goes down on many reason. This is Tower Fury finishes off many reason. No AP carry. Cassiopeia going down very quickly in this fight. This is a chance for MKZ to win the game. MKZ needs to get away. Mid King though, trying to escape. No, and May is barely going to survive, and it's Sivir getting a double kill. Oh, look at that damage. SPS is not done yet with Iosis. Oh, is he going to get the kill on Nexus? No! Oh, Sivir goes down to the fountain.
A little over-eager, but it's okay because the inhibitor went down for MKZ. Xenics Storm doing a really nice job of putting on a lot of pressure. They're going to transition over to the bottom lane, see if they can get one more inhibitor in the extra 30 seconds they have before the main champions of MKZ come back up. It's only going to be Iosis and Janegi to try to force this away. Going to be very, very difficult against Horo, May, and Impact, seeing as they still have the Baron buff for another minute or so. So, going to be one more turret going down if they decide to stay and take a little bit more hurt, but nope, they're going to back off. They don't want to risk it, even though they still have about 10 seconds to put on some damage.
Wow, that was really fun. I can't believe SPS chased that all the way into the fountain there. But the other thing, though, is that if you get an ace and your AD carry is still alive and you've got some minions there, it's game. So yeah, Sivir would able to power those towers down so quickly. If Sivir hadn't died to that fountain, actually, I think it might have been game regardless. So very lucky there for MKZ, able to play the game a little bit longer.
They want to give MKZ a little bit of a chance. I don't know why, though. It is now 64k gold to 48k. Guardian's Angel going on Sivir, so she can actually do two Citadel dives.
That's right. even if she dies on Fountain, she can walk out of it again. So strong for a final item on your AD carry, because then they can just, I guess not quite final item since one of Rhymes is only a Vamp Scepter, but That way, if they die, hopefully the fight will move in those couple seconds while they're dead, and they can come back and deal out more damage.
Very true.
You see that Urgot has stacked kind of half tanky and half damagey, by the way. He still has a Last Whisper and still has that Brutalizer, which gives him a little bit of damage.
He keeps using his position reverser to get in the middle of the fight, but then somehow makes it out again. So he doesn't actually need to be building more tanky. He needs to be building more damage for the rest of his team.
Yeah.
MKZ is doing a nice job of picking off many reason early, but they're kind of ignoring SBS at first, and that's allowing SBS just to completely decimate all of MKZ.
Yeah.
They might need to change up their priorities a little bit if they want to actually win the next fight.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. That last fight, they could have won it. They got many reason out very quickly, and if they'd been able to take out SBS right afterwards, they could have won that fight, but instead SBS got a double kill.
Yeah.
And turned things right back around on them. So you're right, maybe taking out Sivir first might be a better idea for them. This bottom tower is very close to death, and here we go. This is what I was talking about. Shen pushing the top lane while his team falls back, actually.
They want to see if he can take them all on 1v5. See if he is true horror. Need to add an R onto the end of his name.
And Many Reason has gotten the last 4 blue buffs in the map, I think, by the way. He's gotten both of his and both of theirs.
But then gives them away to the other team when he dies.
That's true. Yep, Shen is still pushing top, and look at this. MKZ is having to deal with super minions in the middle, and oh my god, Xenics May is dancing on Baron. Wow, Xenics getting a little bit cocky here. May is dancing on the Baron spot, waiting for it to come back up.
Meanwhile, there is actually a fight going on. He does not care about the rest of his team.
Everyone gets stunned there by Cassiopeia, but without Olaf there actually to do a lot more damage, things might not go the best. Things are turning around though. Sivir doing so much damage. Can she get another kill, forcing Sun out of the battle? Now can just turn on Iosis and Janegi and own their faces. SBS getting, I think, a quadra kill actually, and Sun River got away with 1 bar of health. Wow, and that might be game actually. They've got super minions pushing up the middle. They're going to get the top tower. They have the bottom inhibitor open. Horo says, I don't give anything. I don't care at all. I'm going to run up here next to your fountain and laugh at you while my team takes things out. Ladies and gentlemen, Xenics Storm is going to the semifinals. Sun River making one last final attempt at a distraction there, but the ace goes down. Xenics Storm is your winner.
Yeah, it results